What's going on, guys? Today we're gonna install upside down, my bad, a Pioneer CD player. We're gonna attempt to install it, okay, and get rid of these Freightliner's factory cassette player. Now this is the wiring coming out of the Freightliner truck. This is the adapter that went behind the factory radio right there. Well, the Pioneer has a different fitting. The Pioneer needs this one. See the difference? So we're gonna have to do some wire cutting and checking the power cables and negative and ground. I mean, same shit. Negative and memory line and all the good stuff. I went in to a couple auto parts stores and see if they had an adapter to convert these into that, but they didn't. And one of them told me to go check it out at the Freightliner themselves, but I don't trust Freightliner, so I'm not going there. The Freightliner in Augusta, they sell you stuff saying that it's the right one, but then it don't work. You take it back and they won't give you the money back for it. So I called a buddy of mine. He told me what to do. I already figured out these are the speaker wires, and these right here are the power lines. So I'm gonna show you how I checked it. You're gonna have to bear with me because I'm using a GoPro and I don't have a hairband to put it on my head. But in order to check these, you're gonna need a multimeter, which is this right here. You'll have two wires coming out. One's a negative, one's a positive. So you need a multimeter. You're gonna put it on DC power. Now my buddy told me that you could do it on 20 because this is a 12 volt, but he told me to go ahead and try 200 just in case. So you put your multimeter arrow pointing to 200 on the DC power. You got your negative and a positive port. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put your positive into these wires, or if you have a second pair of hands, have them hold on to it while you're checking. So here we go. You see how I stuck that in? Now you could use the negative and ground it anywhere. See, I'm grounding it right there and it reads. Now when your vehicle is off, your ignition is off and your keys are out, and you get a reading, that means that's your memory line, meaning that stays on all the time until you take the battery off. So that's that. That's why it's on. So that's my memory cable. All right, so we take that off. I repeat the same process to the next one. Now this is a negative or a ground cable, the black one. Normally they are color coded, but apparently Freightliner didn't decide to do that. They just got black and all white. So black being, as always, rule of thumb has always been a negative or a ground. So we're gonna check it again anyway. So now we got that in there. Touch it, no reading. No reading. All right. And you check the other cable. You see it? Touch it again. No reading. I'm also using my inverter. See how I got positive and negative right there? Sometimes these right here won't read. So what I do, I touch it on the negative portion of the and see if I get a reading. No reading. Alright. So you put it on the other one. Same thing. No reading. I did the same thing for the speaker wires. they were connected on this end. You see them 4 clips? They were in there. I just took them off, but those were speaker wires. Now, what you do is, you already got one that you already know has a memory cable or wire, because it lit up. This is my ground, because it didn't lit up. Now, these 2 white wires, I still don't know what they are. So what you could do at this time, go ahead and put the keys in the ignition, put it on the start. You ain't gotta crank your truck or vehicle. You put it on there where, you know, let it do what it do. Now you do the same thing. Go ahead and put the plug, the positive one to one of the wire thing. And with your negative, touch the negative part. So you're getting a reading, but it's a weird reading today. There you go. See how I got the reading? That means that's my power line. That comes through the battery to comes on when the ignition comes on. Alright, so I got my ignition wire, which is my power line. I'm gonna check the other one, see what the other one is. It's the same thing. Touch it, and it reads. Alright, so now you identify that you got one is a memory line, second one is your ground, well, according to what I got here, okay? Then these 2 white ones are my power. Go ahead and cut the ignition off, take the keys out. Always be safe. Take the multimeter wires out. Cut the multimeter off, that way you don't run the battery down. Put it out there. All my junk right here. So now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna clip the wires off using a wire clipper. I had gotten this when I was in college studying IT program, and I had to buy tools to make Ethernet cables. So this is what I'm using to clip the wires. And what I'm gonna do is, I already marked what's what. So my yellow on this adapter, my yellow wire, that's gonna be my memory wire. That's gonna get connected with this one. And as you see, I kind of put a little marker color on it, because they're all the same color, so I put it on. So yellow gonna get connected with that. The black obviously gonna get connected with the black. And the red one is gonna get connected with these 2. I don't know, I might try both, or I might just try one of the 2, just to see if it's gonna power up. And as far as the speaker wire goes, you're gonna have the same color wires, but you're gonna have 2 sets of them. One's gonna be solid color, another one's gonna have a solid color with a little line, like a black line or a white line. So let's see. See how I got the purple wire right here? There's 2 wires. One's gonna be a solid purple, and the other one's gonna be a little, I don't know if you can see it in the camera or not, but it has a little black line to it. So the black line means it's a negative, and the solid color is positive. See if you can see it here. Can you see it? Yeah, see the little black line by my thumb, and this one ain't got it. The one on the right has a little black line, the one on the left is just solid. So the negative, positive, that's how it goes. Now, on here, on my truck, I only got 4 speaker wires, meaning I got 1 positive, 1 negative, 1 positive, 1 negative, because I only got 2 speakers. One on that end, one on this end. But this one has multiple cables, just because this came off of a car, and most of the car has 4 speakers. So I got 1 speaker right here, 1 speaker right there, one speaker right here, and one speaker right there. So I got two, 4, 6, 8 cables, or 8 wires, and I got 2 right here. So as long as I get these 2 connected, these 2 and these 2 in one of these sets, I think I should be able to have my speakers, because I only got 2 speakers, so it really doesn't matter which one gets connected to which. As long as, like, if I could do one of these with the purple and one of these with the green. This blue one right here is for your antenna, which I ain't gonna worry about it because I don't listen to the radio anyway. So we got ground, memory, power, speakers, memory, ground, and the power. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and try it and see what happens. I'll catch up to you in a little bit. All right, so basically what you do is, once you get everything situated, you just start connecting the wires. What I did is I went on and connect the power, the ground, and the memory wires first. I tried to use the butt connector, but I don't have the wise grip plier, so I just went on and put the caps on and make sure you just tape it good, that way with the vibration it won't come off. And then once you get your power, your memory wire, and your ground ready, you could go ahead and start playing around with the speaker wires until you get the sound you're looking for. So basically what you do is you just stop playing around with the wires and just, you know, take the wires that's coming from the vehicle to the wires of the stereo system that you're connecting until you get the sound. So excuse my music, I don't own copyright to it. And that's pretty much it. So now I already know which one goes to what. Now I haven't got into a too technical to see what's front and what's back, what's left and what's right, because I'm in the truck. There ain't no speaker in the back. There's only one speaker right here and one speaker down there. So it really don't matter to me, you know, which one is what in here, as long as I could get the sounds from the front two speakers. I did play around here to see about the balance and the bass and all the stuff, but like I said, I'm not gonna go too deep into it. I mean, you could spend a little more time to figure out what's front and what's back, what's left and what's right. But again, I only got 2 speakers, so it really don't matter as long as I get a sound, and the sounds that coming out is pretty decent, so that's what I'm gonna go with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark these 2, mark those 2, and mark them, because I gotta bring them in from right here instead of here. And I'm gonna slide this CD player in, and hopefully I don't have to do nothing else to it and it'll stick. Alright, so I'll show you the finished product in a little bit. Alright, everything's hooked up the best way I could. I couldn't use the butt connector on anything, so I just had to what I did is I used the caps for the main wires, and for the speakers I just used the black tape, and then I taped them together in the back. That way they won't be on the way. Everything is good, everything is working. Let's check it out. Alright, ignition is on. Oops. AUX on. speaker works. Again, I don't have I think I got the wire that comes off of here for the speakers. They're backward, so I connect the front ones instead of, I mean the rear ones instead of the front ones. So if I go, where'd he go? Oops. See, fade right. That's the right side of the speaker. The left side. So the balance works. That's the rear, because I got the rear wire connected off of these to the speakers. That's my bass. Mid, treble, loud, sail. So that's it. Now I gotta figure out what all this stuff does. Oh, that's the equalizer. I thought this thing was changing the colors. Maybe it's not. But yeah, that's it. Now I just gotta figure out how am I gonna hook this up in there, and that's pretty much it. I hope this was helpful. Till the next time, y'all. Appreciate it.